Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rachel Freeman Sowers live show. I am so excited to be here with you. I got to push the Instagram button, the Instagram live button. So I'm just going to check in, see how everyone is. I just want to also say thank you so much for everyone who sent all the nice words. I did have a little mishap. I fell. If you're joining me live, make sure to say hello. Tell me where you're joining from. I'm going to look in the chat or the comments right now. Hi, Lindsay. Hey, everyone. Hey, Sally. Hey. So I had a little mishap. Thank you very much for all your kind words. I wish I could say I was doing something cool like rock climbing, or, you know, my cousin and I were joking that it was a huge crevasse that I had fallen in, but it wasn't. I think I was overtired from the flight, wasn't watching where I was walking, and literally fell. And I thought I was making this really cool video and whatnot, but the video didn't come out. But it would have been funny, but my cousin was like, I don't have any tissues or anything, but I have this maxi pad. So here, let's soak up your blood with this maxi pad. Oh, maybe that's TMI, but you know what? It saved the day for that time. Thanks again for caring. Let me know how all of you are doing. How are you doing? Hey, Jess, it's nice to see you over here on Instagram. Make sure to log in. Let me know whether you're joining from Facebook or from YouTube. I see my Instagram over here. And so I'm ready to get started for tonight. Tonight, we're talking about 4 ways that you can up-level your business with video. So how many of you have actually used video to publicize or market your business? Put yes in the comments if you have already. The second question is, were you the person who was in the video, or did you have some other kind? Sometimes people do videos and where they're showing their product or they're showing the presentation and their face is not on the video. So let me know which types of video you're most comfortable with, because as we go through tonight, the number one thing I do know is that video is the number one way for us to create the trust, know, and like factor, because people get to experience who we really are. And in the 4 ways that I'm going to tell you tonight, some are going to be a little more techie, and then some are going to be a little more common sense, and the majority of them are really just about you showing up as you. This is one of the things I find that people struggle with the most, is just being themselves, being vulnerable, and kind of letting go of the worry or the judgment or the rejection or the haters. If you were here on my very first live video for the Rachel Freeman Sowers live show, I actually got someone in the comment section kind of dogging on me. And so I knew that in my first video that I had already arrived, like, oh, you know, I've arrived, and I know that the video is reaching people. And that's really the point of this and of any business. So let me know if you have used video, if you're comfortable on video. Tell me some of the feelings that you have. Hey, Eric, nice to see you. All right, so let's just dive in. The first way that you're going to use video to uplevel your business seems kind of like it's common sense. However, we often forget this. And this goes back to the last video, last week's on the Rachel Freeman Sowers show, and we're talking about the reticular activation system, and we're talking about really guiding ourselves, really with that intention. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is do what works for you. Now, maybe you're like, well, no, duh, Rachel, this is what really people should know that. But I want to ask you, how many times have you looked to someone else to tell you what you should do for your business? Do it this way, do it that way. So I love live. I love recorded too, but live is like this thing that just lights me up. And I'm sure all of you can see it on here. And it just gives me this energy. And when I interact with all of you, and when I interact with the people that watch after the video and send me comments, it just lights me up and it helps me keep going in my business. So many people said you have to record videos and you have to make them this long and you have to say all of these things in the video, and make sure that you say push the subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell, make sure you blah, 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 make sure you do this. And I was like, oh my gosh, literally. And at the end of the oh my gosh, I literally was crying. I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't like it. It's not fun. So then I was like, forget it all. I'm going to just do the Rachel Freemon Sowers live show. So one day I was telling someone I was doing it, and they actually were kind of like laughing because they're like, oh, everyone's coming up with the show. But really, this is me. This is where I come out. This is where I get to help others the most. So if you were to choose, I would love to see in the comments, if you were to choose what type of video works for you in your business, what type of video would you choose? Would you choose live? Would you choose recorded? Would you choose long videos? Because now, like, we're going to talk a little bit about algorithms in a couple of minutes. And what happens is that, like, you have to make it this long to get the algorithm, but you have to make it this long to do that. To not make it too long, because then people won't watch the whole thing. Then your watch time will go down, and then your like, there's all this stuff. And I'm just like, I just want to forget about all that stuff and do the thing I love. So tell me in the comments what type of video would work for you. So Jess over here on Instagram is saying I run a weekly Instagram live. Jess is an author, by the way. I have one of her books. I've met her through a common, I don't know, what would you call it, Jess? Just a business proposition. And we hit it off, and she writes the most beautiful poetry ever. Like, go to her Instagram, check it out. She's not paying me. She's just a friend. I love what she does. So she's like, it can be a little intimidating because it really feels like you're talking into the abyss. So, I'm going to do a whole video about that, Jess, because what's really true is that it can feel like that. But remember your reticular activation system. We can tell it what we're focusing on. So Lindsay says here, I choose to do live short videos. Yes. The topic, that you choose, if I was just starting out, I would choose a topic of whatever I was excited about. That's what I would do. And I would talk about it. And if people watch, great. And if they didn't, that's fine too. I'm not for everyone. I know you're surprised. All right. So you're going to do what works for you. Remember, this may be something that someone else has said to you, and then say, well, do what works for you, but I really think you should do this. Tune in. Wise one within you knows exactly what to do. Okay, so that's number one. Do what works for you. Number two is we're going to attract the algorithm. So here's where some really tech tips come in. When we want to attract the algorithm, and I am specifically talking about a YouTube algorithm, you can attract a Facebook and Instagram algorithm. They're all different. I focus on YouTube. So if you're someone that wants to put more of your things on YouTube and have it available for the long run, which is what I am doing, then one way that you attract the algorithm is you are going to state the topic in which people will search as many times as possible within the first 2 minutes of the video. So, for example, if I'm doing a video on camera confidence, it would go something like this. I'm so excited. Tonight we're talking about camera confidence. And when we're confident on camera, we get to attract our dream clients. The confidence that we show on camera can also help us in creating more cash in our businesses to serve more people and make a larger impact. Okay, so let me know. Give me thumbs up and hearts if you got this, if you're understanding what I'm saying. Now, what happens is that these words become your SEO. So Eric on here is a writer. just not just like Jess, but he writes a lot of copy. This is where a verbal SEO comes in, which then tells the YouTube algorithm what you are speaking about, right? So when we do that, the YouTube algorithm says, I know where to put you. When it knows where to put you, it can also put you in suggested searches. So maybe there's other visibility strategists or coaches, and they are talking about some of the similar things that you are. You would go ahead and you would say those things, and you might end up in the suggested videos, suggested watch videos. So there's kind of a techie thing. Again, let me know if this is making sense. Let me know. So Sally over here on Instagram says that I think, Sally, you're saying you don't use video for your business. I, on the other hand, think your business is prime time for video because people love what you do. You're very artistic, and they always love seeing behind the scenes. This is key. They love the behind the scenes. So, all right. Now we're going to move on to number 3. I get asked this question all of the time. Another way that you're going to up level is you're going to find out what works for you. So we're tying number 1 into number 3, which is, do I use a script or do I use an outline? This comes into whatever your preference. The number 1, doing what works for you, will be the driver of the way that you use video in your business. So as you're deciding, I don't use a lot of script. I literally have the 4 things written down right here, and then I just talk. Some people aren't like that. I have talked for a living. I've been a licensed marriage family therapist for the last 18 years, and I talk for a living. Talking is much easier for me than writing out all of these things, right? So I would love to hear, whenever you do video, do you use a script or do you use an outline? Let me know. This is going to be also important when you have an outline. You want to make sure you're talking to your audience, right? Some of this is common sense, but the other part of this, and either using a script or an outline, is being comfortable. Another thing I hear a lot of entrepreneurs talk about, and when it comes to being confident on camera, is it's all about coming off conversationally, right? They don't want to feel like, okay, number 1, do what works for you, right? They want to have this conversation just like I'm having with you. And one of the ways you do that is knowing your style, knowing yourself. If you use a script, some people use prompters, video prompters, script prompters. I can't remember the name of it. See, this is like what makes this totally real. Anyway, they use prompters or whatever. I don't choose to do that. I love to free flow it, and whatever comes out is, I know I'm trusting myself is what's supposed to come out. So Jess says she uses an outline. Eric says usually an outline. If you are making recorded videos for a course or something, you might want to make a more structured outline. So a lot of people are using outlines. If you use a more structured outline, remember, you get in your head like, oh my gosh, I didn't say that right. Oh, it's there. I didn't mention that point. If you know what you're talking about, the majority of the time it just flows out anyway. So Jess over here says an outline helps you stay on track in case you have the jitters. How many of you, give me thumbs up and hearts, have had the jitters, or yes in the comments, have had the jitters before video? Because I have. And no one would know it, but I told a story before where the very first video, I was seriously crying. And I wasn't crying because I was sad. That's how my body expresses emotion. But I was so freaking nervous, right? And if I can get this far, you can too. It's going to be awesome. So also good for making sure you get business names, social media handles as well. Yes. So if you've noticed throughout the video, I talk about Facebook, I talk about Instagram, I talk about YouTube. Everything for me is at Rachel Freemon Sowers. So I'm easy to find. And I'll go ahead and keep mentioning that throughout in a more natural way. All right, so you're going to figure out if you're using a script or an outline. Remembering you're doing what is best for you, independent of what other experts or people think you should do. I'm going to encourage you to do that no matter what I say. Anyway, you're going to do what's good for you because it's your business. All right. So we're going to go on to number 4. The other ways video is going to be able to up-level your business is to weave in testimonials. How many of you have heard this before? If you'll put yes in the comments, let me know. Also, for those of you on Instagram, weaving in testimonials can look a lot of different ways. So I've often talked about, I had a client who yada, yada, yada. Or this one time I was talking to a woman who, I've already used that phrase, or I talk to a lot of women about, or I'm asked all the time this question. Women ask me this question all the time. I work primarily with female entrepreneurs. And these are women who want to just create confident videos, to connect with their dream clients, and create cash in their business. That's it. So I tell stories. I'll bring people on, or the last couple of times I was on here, Deb Peel was on, Lindsay Hughes is always on here. These are people that hang out here at Rachel Freemon Sowers. So when I'm weaving those things in, it's relatable. And you don't have to do it always in a purposeful way. It's more about the storytelling. So this is where Jess, honestly, is a master. Like this storytelling way of being. And when you become conversational, you tell the stories in a much more impactful way. So this is how the 4th way you can use video to up-level your business, because what we do is relate through stories. Stories go back hundreds and hundreds of years. And when you think about it, the thing that you remember the most is a story that includes emotion. I've worked with women who have come to me and said, this is the kind of life I want. And within a matter of 90 days, they are starting to live that kind of life. No matter what it was for them, they decided they wanted it. They were ready for results, and I was ready to guide them. That's an example of a testimonial. All right, so I said we were going to do an exercise. If you are ready for an exercise, let me know. Let me know if you guys are ready for an exercise. Give me thumbs up, give me hearts, give me something so that I can know you're ready. Last week, okay, so I see all the hearts on Instagram. I see some here streaming live. So we talked about the reticular activation system last week. And we talked about intentionally curating what we wanted to have. So as we've gone through these 4 things, we are going to do a visualization. We're going to combine them all together. Now, I haven't figured out how to put music on here at the same time. If we were on Facebook Live, I would have figured that out. I would have known, but I'm using a new system. And so we're just going to go with it nice and quiet and raw. And this is totally how you're going to tell your brain that video is no longer scary. So Sally was brave and mentioned that she was scared to do video for her business. And this is one way that you can quickly and effectively overcome it by doing visualization. Because remember, the brain doesn't know what's real and what isn't real. So we are going to tell it what's real. So this is how it's going to come together. If you have a piece of paper or something, just grab it really quick so you can jot down a couple of things. What kind of video works for you? How do you see yourself? Lindsay said short videos. Jess says live videos. Eric uses recorded and live. I happen to know that. So you're going to pick which kind works for you. So for example, Lindsay's going to say, I want to do short live videos. All right, you've decided that. Number 2 is, what is the main topic of your video? for me, it's always going to be about camera confidence. It's always going to be about supercharging your videos to connect with your dream clients. It's always going to be about showing up with this vulnerability and just openness so that you attract those people. So decide on the topic. Now, are you going to use a script or an outline? Decide on that. Number 4, what testimonial, either from your life or someone's life that you have helped, can you weave in? So I'm going to do this. Sally makes these phenomenal cookies. I've used her for forever. Her designs are crazy remarkable. So Sally, when we talk about a testimonial, I want you to think about my face when you brought those cookies to my office for my website launch. I want you to think of your clients that just say, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So that's a really great example of how you're going to weave in a testimonial. All right, so let me know in the comments that you've got this stuff. Put yes in the comments or write down what your topic of your video is going to be about. Write it out and let me see. Okay, now we're going to start the visualization. And in order to start a visualization, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take 3 deep breaths. And the reason we're going to do that is because we are going to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms us down. All right? It's going to calm us down. And we're going to be able to enter into the brain waves that allow us to access the subconscious, the reticular activation system, and direct it so that we're telling it what is real. And this visualization is going to be what you tell it is real. All right? You guys still with me? Thumbs up, hearts. Give me yes in the comments if you are still with me. All right, so here we go. I'm going to close my eyes. I won't be able to read the comments, but I'm going to take my 3 deep breaths, and then I'm going to open my eyes. You can look down. You can close your eyes. I just want to encourage you to soak this up. We are going to be reprogramming the body and the mind at the same time, and it is going to be so kick-ass. All right? So get comfortable in your chair. Get comfortable wherever you're at. Nice. 3 nice deep breaths. We're going to inhale through the nose, full nice belly. Hold at the top and exhale through the mouth. And you're going to take another deep breath, inhaling through the nose, nice full belly. Holding at the top and exhale. And on this last breath, when you exhale, make the exhale twice as long as the inhale, really tuning into the wise one within each one of us. Inhaling, nice full belly. Holding at the top and exhale twice as long as inhale, nice and slow. Feel your shoulders relax, the jaw relax, the eyes relax. So what I'd like you to do is picture yourself in the most comfortable spot that you can find to do this video. You find this spot, it's the perfect temperature. It allows you to feel open without fear. It allows you to tune in to the wise one within you, ready to attract those people that want to hear from you the most. And you begin to start to identify the kind of video you want. Think about and picture where you're sitting. Let your whole body have this experience. Every cell of your body is present with you here in this space. And you visualize yourself in this perfect spot. You know exactly what your topic's going to be. And there's no fear or hesitation in pushing that go live button or that record button. You feel safe in the expression of your gifts and your skills and your talents, knowing that one person will be touched by what you have to say, what you bring, the humor maybe even. And as you begin to talk about your topic, you are offering these people a gift. And you can picture either your script or outline, you know it by heart. This stuff comes from within. There's no doubt or fear that you're going to say the wrong thing. There's no need for perfection. It's you showing up unapologetically just as you. And whether it's recorded or live, maybe when you're live, you see these people hopping on, being grateful that you're here with them. If it's recorded, you see the comments that have come in because of what you have given, because of what you have offered. And with ease and flow, you create this verbal SEO pattern. It's where people can find you. It's where the algorithm knows exactly what you're talking about and offers your video up as a suggestion. And then you begin to just express other people's gratitude for what you do. You have that feeling of gratefulness that someone has expressed to you, that look on their face, the energy that they've created because of the gift you have offered, the love of the product that you have given, that you make, that you skillfully craft. And all this time, you feel this flow of positive energy within you. And it wants to come out, and it comes out naturally in the best conversational way. And it's easy. Allow every cell of your body to absorb this feeling. Maybe you want to identify it with a color. Maybe you want to identify it with a picture, but it's going into every cell of the body. And just sit in this moment just for a few seconds. Feeling the success that you have experienced right now in this moment, that this is real, without fear or doubt. You are doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. Sharing your gift exactly how you are supposed to share it. Making sure that the body is feeling this energy. If thoughts come into your mind of fear or I don't know or doubt, let them come and just let them go. Let them pass right through. This is what's real right now. Your experience is real. And now coming back into the room, wherever you're at, having one nice deep breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, feeling your hands. Maybe you want to move your hands around. Maybe you just want to smell what's in. Maybe there's luscious dinner cooking right now. Maybe you feel the air conditioning in your house like I do. Just coming back present into the room. And let me know that all of you are back here with me. Make sure to push the hearts and the likes. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, please make sure to say yes in the comments that you're back with me. And I would also love to hear how this was for you. Sometimes when you first start doing visualizations, it can really seem frustrating or difficult. And I want you to know that it will become easier the more you focus. Even now, I don't even have to close my eyes to go into a visualization. And this is the major thing that has made me so successful at everything I do. I've been speaking up in front of crowds from 5 people. It's grown and grown to over 500 people. And every time before I get on that stage, before I get on camera, I picture and visualize how it's going to go. This is the major key. This is the nerding out on neuroscience that I just can't help myself. So Jess, Melinda, hey, Melinda is saying yes to dinner, cooking and smelling it. Daisy's running. It is hot here. Jess says that was awesome. Thank you for guiding us. You're so welcome. I love love you. So let me know, those of you that are on Facebook and on YouTube, how was that experience for you? This is what we're talking about. When we want to enhance the 4 ways that you can up-level your business with video, this is the key. This is the key. The good thing about this is that you can go onto my YouTube channel at any point in time and re-watch this section of the video if you want to do this guided visualization again. It will be up. I think it takes about 24 hours to process, but it will be up on there. So make sure that if you haven't already subscribed and you hit that bell button to be notified anytime I drop a new video on my channel, you can head straight on over to the Rachel Freemon Sowers live show playlist and you can experience this guided visualization again. This is really how you shift to have that foundational shift that will be lasting. All right, so, Sally says it calmed her down. Great. Linda, I do this every Wednesday at 6 p.m., the Rachel Freemon Sowers live show, and I'm lining up guests. Cannot wait. It's going to be cool. So we're at 30 minutes and 58 seconds. Has it felt like 30 minutes and 58 seconds? Literally, I could talk for a long time. What I always do is pull an angel card at the end of this. Remember, these cards, I don't think of them as magic. I don't think of them as telling us anything that we don't already know. What happens is that it really helps us tune in to what we need. So this card is going to be about how you can use these 4 ways of these 4 things in video to up-level your business. So I'm going to look over here because I see. It's all right. So, and these cards are always like spot on. You can't make this stuff up for sure. Okay. So I'm just shuffling the cards. Again, not magic, not anything. It's just gonna help you tap into that wise one within you. Okay. This is a good one. I gotta look it up. How are you guys doing? Let me know more. What stood out for you the most in this live so far? What stood out for you the most? All right, so here is the card. It is the 9 of Gabriel, and it says, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility, environmental activism. So, how does this relate to using video in your business? Because maybe you've been too afraid to use video in your business. Maybe you've been too afraid to put yourself on the screen, on the lens, on the camera. Maybe you've been afraid, and this is telling you to entertain the possibility that it can increase your success. I don't know, maybe. Here's the narrative. Don't give up. Oh my gosh, what do they say? When you're going through hell, don't stop. Like, keep going. Keep walking. The next right step. Your determination, courage are needed now more than ever. You've come a long way, and your work has been important and valuable. Stand your ground and protect what you have created. This is the life of an entrepreneur. Can I just seriously get an amen? Like, if you're an online entrepreneur, female or male, it doesn't really matter. Like, if that is you, and you're like, stand your ground and protect what you've created. That's what we do every single day. That's what I'm doing with you here. I know this stuff is valuable. Be prepared for any possibility. You've already proven yourself, and your position is secure so long as you have confidence. So long as you have confidence. You may be tired, but this is the last challenging situation before success comes your way. Eric, I need an amen. Seriously, amen. All right. So additional means of this card are sticking to your plans, ability to fight off illness, environmental activism, and growing organic food. I have no idea what that has to do with anything, but I'm going to tell you right now, the sticking to your plans is choosing what is good for you, choosing what fits your business, it's not so much that you're fitting your business, but your business is fitting you. This isn't about following around trying to fit into something else. It is about creating what you want. That's the thing. So if you haven't watched the reticular activation system or the mood, changing your mood, go back and watch the last week's on the 12th Rachel Freeman Sowers live show. It is up on YouTube right now. Make sure to push the like button if you liked it and put a comment in there what you liked the best. So here you have it. Don't give up. So Melinda says, I just filmed a 60-second commercial and it was a little uncomfortable. After 10 takes, I nailed it. That is awesome. You didn't give up, right? I talked to another woman today and she's like, I did a 1-minute video and it took me 4 takes. The beauty of this is, and what is coming up from Rachel Freeman Sowers is that I am going to help people learn, female online entrepreneurs, how to do it in the first take. Now, some people say, Rachel, you can't do that. And I say, it doesn't matter what you say. You tell me I can't do it. Now I'm just going to do it all over the place. So those are the skills I'm going to be guiding women through. And it's going to be on a whole body experience, not just your mindset. I can do it, because when you get in your mind, it gets frustrating. Can I get an amen about that too? Because I've been there. So you're not going to give up. And you're going to have determination and courage and the confidence. I just want to say thank you all for being here. We're over time now. I want to keep this under 30 minutes. I'm over 6 minutes and 12. Lindsay, don't say anything. I know you're thinking it already. But I just want to say I so much enjoy being here with all of you. And I really hope that you will share this video with as many people as you can, that you'll spread the word about the Rachel Freeman Sowers live show. We're going to be having guests. We're going to be having the hot seat to confidence on camera, where I'm going to coach someone right here live. So if you're interested in finding out more of that, just message me. You can email me at rachelfreemansowers@gmail.com and let me know that you're interested. And then the guests that we're lining up are going to be phenomenal, inspirational, empowering, all of those kinds of things. As I always say at the end of every video, make sure to stay true to yourself, be kind to others, and always honor the wise one that is within you. I hope to see you all back here next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Rachel Freeman Sowers live show. I'll talk to you then. Bye.